Hey guys, it's Nihongo Johnny. Minasan konnichiwa, Nihongo Johnny desu. Today, I'm gonna be answering a lot of your questions. And because last time I answered a lot of Twitter questions, this time I'm going to focus mainly on YouTube questions. And once again, these are chosen completely at random. So if I don't get to yours today, I hope to get to it by the end of the month.
31 nights of Halloween.
David Crusen on YouTube asks, do you live in Japan? I always wanted to go to Japan. Also, just curious, where do you get this information? So I currently do not live in Japan. I did a few years ago, but I don't live there anymore. I currently reside in Los Angeles, and most of the information I get, I first do a quick Google search. I'll go to Wikipedia or something like that, and that's where I get my base. After that, I move into Japanese sources, so some Japanese stories or Japanese YouTube videos, and I try to translate and bring over as much information as possible, so that way you guys can get some new stuff that you might have not heard about before. Justine Watts on YouTube asked, what piqued your interest in the paranormal? I honestly don't know what piqued my interest. I remember being obsessed with the paranormal for as long as I could remember. I even remember being like 3 or 4 years old and just being excited by ghosts and those kinds of stories. I think it might have stemmed from watching Are You Afraid of the Dark in the early 90s. Throughout the rest of my life, I was watching a lot of paranormal TV, so I think it was watching all these shows throughout the 90s and 2000s that really made my passion for the paranormal grow even stronger. But I do know I loved it almost all of my life. Julius Witter on YouTube asks, do you believe in spirits or any of the other urban legends you've talked about? So one thing is I never completely discredit anything. I believe anything could be possible, but I don't necessarily believe in every single urban legend that I talk about. Whether or not it's true, it's still a fun story, which is why I enjoy it, but I don't know if I necessarily believe in every single one of them. But I do believe in spirits and hauntings and stuff like that. Jersey D. Fago on YouTube wants to know if I plan on doing live streaming on my channel, and also make it a regular thing that I do even if it's only like once a month. And I would love to do live streaming or something like that, but as you have probably noticed, I have many cuts in my videos, and this is because I live on an extremely busy road and there's constantly noise going on. So I don't know if that would be too distracting for a live stream, but if you guys didn't mind that and you wanted to hear that, definitely let me know. I would be more than happy to do some sort of live stream, even if it's just like once or twice. XX Kawaii Cupcake XX on YouTube asked, what is your hobby? Well, mine is actually baking. What is your favorite scary story / legend? Like hands down gives you the chills. So I really like to bake as well too. I have not baked in a really long time, ever since I moved to California, but you can see kind of my old stuff that I made on Instagram, and I'll post a link to that in the description below if you're interested. But I think that's fun. Some of my other hobbies are studying Japanese. I like video games. I don't play them too much anymore, but I used to. That's pretty much it. I guess I'm a really boring person. But those are my top hobbies. And then the creepiest legend, the one that really gave me the chills, was the Kudan story. And the Kudan is really scary because it's this creature born before a natural disaster occurs, and that really freaks me out. I'm not sure why. I guess I'm scared of natural disasters. Michael Scott on YouTube asked, where's the scariest place you visited? And the scariest place you want to visit, but haven't yet. So I never really go to any kind of scary place, but when I was in high school and I lived in Connecticut, there was an abandoned tuberculosis asylum, I believe it was. Maybe it was for tuberculosis and then they made it into a mental institution, and eventually it was closed down. My friends and I went to the outside of that, but we never actually went inside. I think I was just too chicken back then because I really didn't want to get arrested. And a place I want to go, I haven't really thought about this too much, but I've always wanted to go to Dracula's castle. I saw that a long time ago, I think in the 90s or early 2000s, on a paranormal TV show, and ever since then I really wanted to go. Mashu and Rina asked, how do you get your hair like that, yo? It's so full-bodied and wonderful. I hate my hair, but thank you for saying such a nice thing. I don't really do much to it. Usually I just wash it. Whenever I do a video, I try to blow dry it and then put some hairspray in it. That way it's not like moving around as I'm like looking up and down, because it gets in my face and just drives me nuts. It's Ken on Twitter asked, what are some of your favorite Halloween / fall activities? Movies, books, or anything that you might enjoy? So I really love Halloween. I celebrate it 365 days a year, but when it gets to October, that's when I will watch Hocus Pocus, I'll watch Halloween Town, I'll watch Twitches over again, all those like old Disney movies as well. Anything Halloween related, any scary movies, I will watch every single night. I will also reread books. I loved a book called The Haunting. I forgot who wrote it, but I'll put a link to that in the description below. Besides that, I decorate for it. I like to make jack-o'-lanterns. I do pretty much everything. And I always look forward to Halloween every single year. Spades of Death Narrations on Twitter asked, "What's an image you'll never forget?" There was this one cursed painting that I can't remember where I saw. I think it was in some sort of video, but it is really haunting. And I will post it here. I'll give you guys about like 10 seconds before I post it, just so you can click away if you don't want to see something like that. But if you do want to see it, I will be posting it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is just really creepy. I don't know why. It still haunts me to this day. And then we have Lisa Marie on Twitter. And Lisa is a sweetheart. I see her commenting on my stuff all the time. She is like the sweetest woman I've ever met. Thank you so much if you're watching this, and I always love to read your comments. What are your favorite things about living in Japan? Are you currently watching any good series? Who do you live with, and what are some of your hobbies? I'll skip the hobbies question because I answered that a little bit earlier on. But my favorite things about living in Japan, it's very clean. Everyone is extremely respectful. There's tons of different kinds of food. It is a wonderful place to live. And of course, I absolutely adore the language. Am I watching any good series? I'm watching American Horror Story Apocalypse right now, and that is so good. Who do I live with? I live with my cat and my boyfriend, and we live together. It's a little happy family. I think I'm gonna stop there for today. I will be coming out with a couple more of these videos, so if you guys want to keep asking questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. I will continue to answer all the other questions as well, and I'll mix the new ones in with this. And I hope I get to every single one of your questions by the end of the month. Thank you guys for watching up until now. If you did watch up until now, say a keyword. What can we use? Let's say pineapple. No, let's get a good one. Pineapple pudding. Write pineapple pudding in the comments below if you've made it this far. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, hit like, and hit the bell for more notifications. I'll see you guys in the next video.